taking content creation seriously all the way back in 2018, I didn't know where it would take me, but I certainly knew this is going to be easy money. But the surprising part, brand deals were not enough to keep me going over the years. And so I started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped again. And that's why right now, even through some major life changes, I'm starting all over again to help you discover yourself through content creation. Because let's face it, sometimes money isn't enough. Hi strangers, friends, and content cousins, Tarynallyssa here. I'm an education professional and content creator who loves to create content about life in my early 30s, plus all things creator economy. And if you're into that, I suggest you stick around and subscribe because I post new videos weekly. Again, mostly, hopefully. And let me know if you make it to the family table. The last time you saw me, I was deep in the Vlogmas spirit, getting vulnerable while also sharing knowledge I've gained from being a content creator and even more recently a podcaster, with the hopes of rejuvenating this very YouTube channel and my YouTube footprint. But come January, my world was completely flipped upside down, and my plans to regain momentum and revive this channel to gain more viewership and hopefully some AdSense became increasingly less important. My focus turned to my very real life, and my desire to hit my numbers goals faded altogether. It wasn't until April, when I was feeling much less morning sickness, was I able to really find my spark again. I had the pleasure of working with my cousin Chanel, yes, the Chanel of Chanel Alita Presents, to consult on content strategy, and was hired as a social media manager for the Bay Area Pan-African Dance Conference. The conference featured choreographers from all over the Bay Area and beyond, and touched the lives of over 50 families for a special day of community through song and dance. In working on that project, I was reminded that the skills I've learned don't only have to be for me, and really shouldn't only be for me. Turns out there are better, more enriching ways to make money than AdSense. Who knew? If you made it this far, welcome to the family table. We are officially content cousins. And now we're gonna get into the good stuff, the secrets only reserved for family, and I'm glad you're here. Give this video a like if you made it to the table today. Also, I'm so hot that I need to change clothes. That's the first good stuff secret. Okay, one thing pregnancy will do is raise that core temperature. If you know, you know. Anyway. So cousin, I want you to think bigger, especially when it comes to money. Sometimes we need to just give ourselves permission to step back. And if you can't give it to yourself, I'm giving it to you now. Because that's exactly what I did. I took a break. And yes, it was hard. I wanted to come back sooner, but I had to learn to let myself breathe in this new season. Pun intended. So I have some tips for how you can do it too. Tip number 1, give yourself permission to step back. It's okay to take a break when you need it. Stepping back from creating content isn't a failure. It's an opportunity to reset and refocus and come back stronger. We often feel this pressure to always be on, but true growth happens when we give ourselves space to breathe and reflect. Tip number 2, align your content with your current self. Your content should evolve as you do. If your interests, goals, or personal journey shift, so should your content. Don't be afraid to pivot or rebrand with who you are today, not who you were when you first started. If you scroll back on my channel, I was doing hair and makeup videos and fashion content, which I still love being cute, but I had to make a few pivots, even take a break, start a podcast, just because the things I was making wasn't totally aligning with where I was in my life, and my life needed a little more attention too. So I'm coming back kind of from a slightly different angle, but still with the purpose of serving others. Which brings me to tip number 3, focus on the why and not the how. Sometimes we can find ourselves getting lost in the how to make the content perfect, how to get more followers, how to get more engagement. But the why behind your content is what keeps you going. That's why I titled the video this way. Money was not enough. The idea of making money through AdSense or brand deals was just not enough, especially because I have a 9-to-5 job that was sustaining me already. And so I got very caught up in the how when I needed to take a step back and think about why I was doing this and kind of shift and pivot because my why had changed. So you could ask yourself some things like, why am I creating this? Why do I want to communicate this? Why should viewers care? When you have a clear why, the how becomes much easier. I've learned a lot about myself in this season and how I want to move forward, not just online, but in real life. This break was necessary, and now I'm ready to get back to it. I'm sharing more real, unfiltered, and authentic content in the coming months, and I can't wait for you to join me on this journey. Next up, a quick glimpse at what it looks like to be a podcaster married to a fellow entrepreneur. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, keep creating, my friends. Bye-bye.